that Bitcoin has mean reverted to the RMLR, the 3012 RMLR on the 4-hour after several days, like 5-6 days or whatever, maybe a week of being in mean reversion. What is it to do next? Well, when an asset completes mean reversion, the next thing it's likely to do is move away from the mean at some point. Now, can it ride along the RMLR, for instance, or along the power mean? Yeah, sure, it can do that. At some point, though, the returns will move away from the mean because people will be adding on positions up or down, and that will cause the volatility necessary for the returns to move away from the mean, and the price action will thus follow the returns moving away from the mean. And at some point, it will mean revert again. Does it have to go to the third standard deviation band of the RMLR before the mean reversion begins? No, obviously not. Just look at the same 4-hour time frame of Bitcoin with the 1110 RMLR, and you'll see that it's been mean reverting and moving away from the mean back and forth quite a bit in the last several days, just as an example, right? So while the 3012 RMLR mean reversion was playing out over the past 5-6 days or whatever, the 1110 RMLR was seeing mean reversions and moves away from the mean constantly. How is that useful? Well, that's useful because you can use those bands and that RMLR as guides or price action limits, right, if it hits a third standard deviation band. And you can use the RMLR as targets for mean reversions, right? You can also use the third standard deviation band as targets, by the way. So if price action moves to a third standard deviation band and moves very far away from it, the probability of it going to that band again is very unlikely until it completes the mean reversion. So any move that it does make, it still could make a move towards that band. So any move it does make towards that band, you could necessarily limit and take profits at before it gets to hit it, because it probably won't hit it. So you can set your take profit action, your exit, before it gets to that line, right? And if you're not going to be greedy about it, you should set it far enough away so that you don't miss it if the probability is that it won't get that close to it. You should know where your probabilities and targets are for the returns leading the price action. Anyway, just figured some more food for thought for you so that you would know what is the price action likely to do. Well, it's always likely to follow the returns. And what are the returns likely to do once they have led the price action to complete a mean reversion to the RMLR and or a power mean, but specifically an RMLR? Well, they're likely to move away from the mean again. That's what's likely to happen next on the Bitcoin 4-hour. The returns are likely to drive away from the mean, and the price action is likely to follow those returns, whether it goes up, down, or sideways. Happy trading.